What would you do if you saw your friend littering?
I would reprimand my friend not to litter and remind him or her to throw it into the dustbin from then onwards. I just don't understand why some people think that litter is good for our environment. Littering causes climate change to the environment and damages our greenhouse. Climate change harms sea creatures, animals, plants and humans. Some of the fish we eat are polluted with rubbish in their stomach. And all this climate change comes from littering, which is making our earth feel ill. Even though we dislike climate change, but yet we do not do enough to discourage littering. Like in previously, I spotted a young boy throwing a sweet wrapper that he had just eaten onto the grass. Upon seeing that, I scolded him. Luckily, the young boy promised me that he would never repeat the same mistake he had done ever again. Littering harms the earth that we are living in. I wish that people wouldn't be cruel to the earth. Climate change can be prevented if we start to stop littering among family and friends as a start. Every action begins from the individual. Besides playing our own part, we can also help to remind others by not littering. We can start from home. We can dispose of rubbish into the specific recycling bins. In doing so, not only are we displaying a sense of responsibility, but we will also grow up to be a more trustworthy, honest and loyal citizen.
Apart from responsibility, what do you think is an important value a student should have?
People often say that school is our second home. As students of the school, we are responsible for ensuring the cleanliness of our learning environment. Students should care, respect and have responsibility for our environment. Apart from responsibility, students should also have empathy towards our environment and treat it just like how they would want to be treated. Empathizing will allow us to think maturely and not harm Mother Nature. Coming up with various ways to protect our earth demonstrates our love, respect and care for the home that we live in, the earth. In school, we are expected to embody our school values such as care, respect and have responsibility. We can influence others through our actions as peer pressure can also be positive, thereby leaving a favorable impression on others. When I was in primary 1, I used to litter everywhere around the school. Once, a senior caught me littering a plastic filled with crackers. Immediately, he urged me to pick it up and then toss it into the bin. Students like us are naughty, some of us even love things being thrown around. Teachers have taught us about care, respect and all other values. That is when we learn that care, respect and responsibility is most important to the environment.
What do you think are some ways to encourage students to keep their school clean?
In school, there should be more environmentally friendly activities and schools should organize campaigns more often, such as classroom cleanliness competitions or Cleanest Classroom Award, to create awareness among all members of the school. For instance, duty rosters, cleanliness monitors and leaders are very important roles to have and use. We can also follow correct ways of rubbish disposal everywhere within the school compound. Just like our teachers will often encourage students to fold used paper into paper boxes for throwing rubbish during our art classes. When schools are kept clean, other students or parent volunteers would be interested to visit the school often. Before our school's cleanliness campaign was implemented, the school canteen's rubbish bins were frequently overflowing with rubbish. Many of the classrooms were littered with pieces of paper on the floor and even the toilet floors had enormous puddles of water. So many injuries had happened in the toilet before, but it had since been history. Both teachers and students demanded a change, and our school decided to do something about it. Subsequently, our school set up a cleanliness campaign. Everyone followed the rules closely and received many gifts from the school every term. Indeed, rewards serve as extra motivation for everyone. In return, this would allow students to maintain the school's cleanliness. After all, school is a place where we obtain comfort and solace in. No matter how big the mess is, I believe that we can still do our part to save the earth. Every litter should be ours to pick, and not only for the job of the cleaners. Everything starts with me alone, and therefore this is my very first own note for the earth. Thank you.